Welcome to the latest edition of Yesterday Today, the most informative 2 minutes in American politics. October 15th of 2025 marked the federal government's 15th day of ineptitude, with the Senate's funding stalemate continuing as attempts to advance a House-approved budgetary proposal failed to reach the 60-vote cloture threshold for the 8th time, with House Speaker James Johnson, who identifies as Mike, rejecting attempts to find common ground with congressional Democrats, even as Arizona Attorney General Chris Mays has now threatened to sue him for refusing to seat newly elected Representative Adelita Grijalva, who received nearly 70% of the vote in a special election 3 weeks ago. On the judicial front, the Supreme Court took up Louisiana v. Calais, a consequential challenge to the Voting Rights Act of 1965 aimed at weakening protections against racial gerrymandering. If the court rules to strike down or limit Section 2 of the Act, which prohibits any state or political subdivision from denying or abridging the right of any citizen to vote on account of race or color, it could reshape congressional districts in favor of Republican candidates, who would much rather allow politicians to choose their voters rather than see voters choose their politicians. Trump declared that Israeli forces could return to those streets as soon as I say the word and resume fighting in Gaza less than 24 hours after having declared peace in the Middle East, even as Israeli soldiers have already killed at least 9 Palestinians trying to return to their homes in violation of the recent ceasefire. The visas of 6 foreign nationals were revoked after they made comments critical of a certain expired conservative YouTuber, while a coalition of artists and cultural groups announced the Fall of Freedom protest campaign scheduled for November 21st and 22nd, urging Americans to unite in defiance as dissent is being criminalized. This coming just a month after the next round of No Kings protests, scheduled for this Saturday, October 18th, in support of the constitutional principle that no title of nobility shall be granted by the United States. I, for one, will be attending the demonstration in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. And that was Yesterday Today. Tune into our next installment where we'll summarize the headlines of today tomorrow.